Well, good morning, party people. Been hanging out at this place all week, having a really good time, and excited to just kind of do like a high output, wintertime, get going, out of the gate, January, whatever, like, ah, and now let's just do like a rest and reset practice. Let's just ease it on down to the floor and bring ourselves into a little restful harmony. Down here on the yin surface. Easing ourselves to the floor. And finding the breath. Deep breath in, exhale, melting, a rest and renewal practice with a little twinge of activation. Winter might be wintering where you are. Cold, windy, dry. We are into the dry part of winter, and it is dry. I feel like the Ayurvedic approaches to this Vata season are so helpful with oil on the body, moisture, golden milk in the evening, warm balms for the feet, viscousness. And if we have kapha dosha, if we have earth and water in the body, which you do, obviously, but let's say an excess, then we do have to be aware of just how much oil we're adding internally. Maybe more oil on the body, neti, nasya oil, and moderate ghee, coconut oil, avocado oil internally. Little blend. How are you breathing? How is the breath accessible? What's coming alive for you as you're resting? What's coming into view as you're resting? 3-part breathing. Hands shift down to the belly. Let the weight from the hands, the heat from the hands bring the mind here as we explore the spaciousness of the inhale and exhale. Feel the breath in the front, the back, the right, the left, even the bottom of the pelvic bowl and the top of the pelvic bowl in line with the navel. Shifting hands a little higher towards the chest region, wherever you feel like your hands can help you connect to the anatomy of the chest. Breath. Right away, we might be noticing the front part of the body, how the ribs move, and the spaces in between. How the chest rises and falls with each breath. Very important. Breathe into the back body. Make the breath go all the way through the lung tissue and into the floor. Breathe into the earth. Seventy percent of your lung tissue is in the back part of the body. Find some of this breath. Shift the hands a little higher, elbows on the floor, maybe just a fingertip or two are touching the collarbones. As you breathe into the tippy top of the lungs, shoulder thoracic region, front and back. Keep breathing into the back body here. Hands back to the floor or anywhere comfortable. As you breathe into the possibilities here of this full breath. Draw just the right knee in towards the chest. Give a little stretch. Draw just the left knee in towards the chest and give a little stretch. Draw both knees into the chest. Give a little squeeze. A little squeeze. Arms out to the sides. Zigzag twist. Take your time. Inhale and center. Exhale and twist. To the center. Oh, I guess that's first thing in the morning in the bed. Oh, draw the knees back in towards the chest, and let's see if we can get some movement going. Circling the knees into the chest, away from you. Let's go in the opposite direction. Bring it on in, widen the knees, circle one knee at a time around the low back. That's it. Let's take the roll side to side. Bring it on back to center. We're going to bring the right foot just above the left knee. Let that knee rotate to the outside. Inhale, center. Exhale, just let that knee cascade towards the floor. We're back to center, switching sides. Take that back to the first side. Gentle rotation with this external rotation of the hip. A little traction of that front hip. And switching sides. center. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Stretch both legs. Let's do single leg. Right leg in. Give it a squeeze. We're holding on the top of the shin or back of the thigh. Next inhale, stretching back out and down. Switching sides. Activating low back. Also, large intestine, colon, lower jaw. Very cold and stagnant place in winter. Back to the first side. Now stretch it out and down. Switching sides. Next inhale, stretch it out and down. Let's come back to zigzag twist. Starting to feel things loosening ever so slightly. I'm going to take this gentle roll over to the right side, using both hands to come up. Let's come onto our bellies and do a little back bend series from here. This like gentle activation kind of vibe. Starting with baby cobra, easing into the floor, lifting with upper back muscles. Roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing in. Exhale it down. Resting here. Inhale, lifting. Rolling the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhaling down. We're going to do this at least 3 more times. This breath in between is just as important as the back bend itself. Breathing in. Roll the shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale down. Mm. 2 more. Rest in Adva Asana, reversed corpse pose, arms out in front, forehead to the floor. Melting. Couple more breaths. Hands in line with shoulders, half locust pose, lifting right arm, left leg, and down. Not very high, it's just not necessary. Keep going. Come into Sphinx pose. Elbows under the shoulders, lifting up. I have funny hair today. Ah, feeling a moment of symmetry in the pose. A lot of left side, sorry, right side. I'm saying sorry to myself. Right side tension, and just right now feels symmetry in the pose. Easier to hold. Restful Makara Asana crocodile. Not getting the same symmetry here today, but it's more sustainable to hold. Let's melt a little. What are you doing in the pose? Breathing, relaxing, letting it unfold. Mm. A little glide of the elbows forward back to Adva Asana, melting. Continuing with some of my favorite yin poses. Flapping fish pose. We're going to bring the right leg up towards 90 degrees and slide it out a little bit. And then you could just hang out here, or you could turn the arms. You could rest the elbow on the thigh, the elbow on the floor, the head in the center. I'm just going to kind of invite the lower body expression in this pose and hang out in the center. And melt. Yin renewal. We're stretching this leg back down and over to the opposite side. Left leg comes up and then decide what you'd like to do with the upper body, maybe what you did on the first side. Beautiful stretch here, glute piriformis. Mm-hmm. Slowly releasing this leg. Bringing up your fishtail, flapping, fishtail side to side. Moving from here, a little slithering back into child's pose. Slowly making our way up. The tight thing in the upper thoracic spine. Pose, fingers spread wide. Inhale, arching. Exhale, spine towards ceiling. Side to side movement. Inhale. Exhale, turn the head, find a heel. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's play around with circles of the hips. Fingers spread wide. Hips sway from side to side. And we go in the opposite direction. Let's do sideways figure eights. Don't hesitate to put some padding under the knees. Bring it on back to center and enjoy a child's pose. Playing around, walking the right fingertips forward. Walking the right or left fingertips forward. Walking the hands back and rolling the shoulder. Walk the hands back and roll the shoulder. Get under those shoulder blades, walk it back. Alternating. Just making the shoulder blades move. And shrug the shoulders and roll the shoulder blades down. And alternating. Slowly walking up. Thoracic movement. So letting the hands slide, glide. Inhaling and exhaling. Just the camera. All right. Roll the shoulders. Opposite direction. Big shoulder circles with the elbows. Opposite direction. Back movement. Inhale gently. And back. Exhale gently. Chin towards chest. Right and left. Ear to shoulder. Tucking your chin, unroll up to a shoulder, roll down to the middle, roll to the opposite shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Back to center. Downward facing dog. Might get there by way of child's pose. Fingers spread wide. Tucking toes. Bend in the knees. I'm just enjoying the upside down. Walking feet towards hands. Bend hands back towards feet. Soft bend in the knees and like a little jiggle here. A couple of times tabletop pose. Inhale all the way up to standing. And we take a moment to adjust the camera of this fancy production. And here we are. Let's enjoy some standing hip circles. In the opposite direction. Standing figure eight, side to side, bend the knees. Kick the hip out. Enjoy. Loosening, stretching. Ring the bell, forward, backward. Ooh. Pounding a little of that tightness around the sacrum. Smiley face hips. One hip hikes up, down through the center, over to the opposite hip. Back to center, shake out the arm. Soft knees, big arm circle. Big arm circles opposite direction. Coming into wide leg stance. Wide leg forward bend, inhale and center. Exhale, forward fold. Come up onto the hands, bend one knee and straighten the opposite leg. A little range of motion, adductor stretch. We're in the center, we're bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. Mm. Alternating side to side. Back to the center, forward fold. We're down here. We're shifting and rotating over to the left side and coming down into a low runner's lunge. Put some padding if that sounds like a good idea. We're shifting it back, flexing the front foot. A little mini Hanumanasana. It's really about tilting the hips back. It's like a pulley system, stretching this front hamstring. We're back into the lunge. Lifting up. Standing forward fold. Shifting over to the opposite side. Low lunge. I shift back into a little mini Hanumanasana. Calling it mini because we're not doing the like full extension forward. Forward into the lunge. Up and into forward fold. Over to the left side, high runner's lunge. Lower the back heel and bring it on up, warrior two. And inhale to the center. Warrior two, opposite side. And down, high runner's lunge. Wide leg forward bend, little swivel and pivot back to center. Lock the feet in. Bend the knees. And inhale. Little flappy side bend. Side to side. A little tapping. SI joint, piriformis, glutes, external rotator, hip flexor, EFL. Triangle pose. Feet are wide. Turning right leg out. Sorry, right foot, back foot in. Feet are in line with each other. Arms up. Gentle. Inhale. And over to the opposite side. Inhaling up. Stepping the feet together. A little bit of bouncing. Standing twist. Picking up one heel at a time, twisting the opposite direction. Starting to slow down. Do a stop. Then we pause here. Standing meditative pause. Just for a moment of fluffing. Bring the arms out, trace the space around, above, right, left, front, back, and now imagine that much space also below the feet and expand yourself into your energetic egg, all 6 surface areas. Try with eyes open. Diffuse gaze. As if you had a pink feather duster and you could just fluff, fluff, fluff the places that are a little collapsed. Or a potter, you could just smooth it all out. Use your imagination and your spatial awareness. Breathe into the kidney while you're fluffy. From here, there's option. You're going to hang out and do more of this standing meditative practice. Bring it down into seated. Yoga Nidra, short shavasana, seated meditation. Is this your break and you're into the next part of your day? Let's continue to be in this exploration and fluidity, and this rest and renewal and little activation in the space. Thank you for joining me for this practice today, and I'll see you soon.